Hey y'all, how you doing? It's Lauren. So it's been a while since I've talked to you all. I think it's been actually, no, I know it's been exact about 5 months. The biggest thing that has happened is that I had my baby. You can actually hear him in the background. He's currently playing right now. And with that, a lot of changes have happened. I'm not sleeping as much. Work is kind of difficult, but I'm enjoying this time with my baby immensely. But that doesn't mean that I haven't continued on with my debt-free journey. In fact, I have actually been able to kick off the new year by paying off a few credit cards. And so this is kind of what this video is about, is to give you guys an update on my progress and everything that's happened, and then how I can I'm hoping to continue on with this series while having a baby. So just to give you guys a heads up, we have been able to pay off four of our credit cards. So now we only have two left of the household credit cards. And yeah, I'm just really amazed. I thought that it was going to take me until the middle of the year, if not till the end of the year, simply because of the new finance situation, everything that goes along with having a baby. I am lucky that I am able to breastfeed, so I don't have to buy formula, especially as prices skyrocketing right now, and then the shortages and then recalls of formula. So I don't have to deal with that. I still have to buy diapers, but I luckily haven't had to buy a lot, because I did get gifted some, as well as receiving a bunch of gift cards. I've kind of just been using those to stockpile his diaper stash. And so we haven't spent a lot out of our own money for diapers. So that's gonna run out really soon. Actually, he only has up to size 3, and he's kind of inching up to that. So without further ado, guys, here it is. Here is me, kind of ticking off those boxes. We're gonna do some coloring in of paying off these cards. Okay guys, I just want to remind you, where we started off with these cards. So the cards that I'm going to be showing you that I paid off, let me get a pin here. The cards that I want to show you that we're paying off, or marking off that we've paid off, are the Citibank card, which started with a balance of $2,278 when I first started with you guys. Initially, I did roll over. Remember, this is my balance transfer card. Initially, I did roll over $4 grand, but whenever I started this journey with you guys, it was at this amount. The minimum payment was $42, but I was putting in $50, and it did have a special 0% interest rate as long as I paid everything off before February 2022, which I did. The next one is my husband's Best Buy account, which started off with $479.63. That was a $29 payment. And remember, guys, this one had a really sucky APR of 27.99, and basically half of this payment, so $15 of this, pretty much just went straight to interest. So I was literally, you want to talk about chipping away, like I'm not even using an ice pick at that point. I'm just using like a safety pin to chip away at that block. The next one that had a similar situation was the Mattress Firm card, with $593.81. Again, $29 payment. This one had a whopping 29.99% interest, and again, $15 just went straight to interest. And then it was the West Elm card, which I had miscalculated initially how much we owed, but it was that $10,745, $54 payment, but we had increased it to $64, and that one had a 26.99%. So those are the 4 cards that we're looking at, and the initial totals, that is $4,397.14. And if I look at the interest that we paid, the extra interest for the extra months, we're looking at about an extra $310. So if I just round that up, that's $4,398 that I've paid off in the last 6 months since I started with you guys. And if I do an average, that's $733 a month. So let's look at these. Okay guys, so this is my Citibank card. Now last we left off, we had only done this amount. So I didn't count the first month, remember, because I had already paid it before I what was the word I'm looking for, before I actually started coloring. So then this was the second month. So what I'm going to be coloring in is the last 3 months that I did, because I paid it off in January. So this would have been, I believe, September, October, and then November, December, and then January. Okay, so for November, I paid off $400, and where each one was represented as 23. So $400 represents roughly 17 of these. So we're just gonna color off 17 of these squares. And I love being able to do these big chunks. They're just absolutely amazing. Yeah, baby. He's currently watching his show right now. And playing and screeching. That's what 5-month-old sounds like, at least in my household. I want to know, when your kids started babbling, did they like do screeches like a pterodactyl like mine? I call my son, he's called my little monster, because not only does he screech like a pterodactyl, or what I assume a pterodactyl sounds like, but whenever he's eating at night, he's kind of like a little zombie, like kind of just like attacking me. So did your kids do that as well? Okay, so that's November. And then we had December, another $400 payment. So we're just gonna do that one. You know, I want to do that one in green, because December, I don't have a red color right now. So we're just gonna do that in green. That's festive. I know it's my highlighter colors, but I'm doing this all in bulk. Okay. So that's another 17. I've already previously marked these off, guys. Oof. Now, whenever I was doing this, remember, this is the extra money that I was using from my student loans that have been deferred. Currently, they are deferred until May 1st. So I still have some funds left over. And that's how I've actually been able to pay these off, in addition to paying off with a Christmas bonus that I got. So this is with the normal $400. So I paid $400 instead of the required $50, or I think it's 50. I think it might be lower. That's December. So I got the funds to pay off in December, but I held off until January to do it, because I don't know if you're like me or not, but I'm very much a you don't know what can happen kind of person, which I guess is why I've always been so hesitant with my debt-free journey. Is I'm scared I'm gonna pay this off and then I'm gonna need the money, you know, an emergency is gonna happen. But then I just realized, you know, with how I've been doing, if I don't have the money in the bank and I do have to use a card, I have the tools now that I can pay it off of a credit card. You know, I'm not gonna keep the balance rolling, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm better equipped now. So my last payment that I made on here was $1,300. I actually ended up getting a $1,250 check as a bonus, which is the biggest bonus I've ever gotten. And yeah, baby, it was awesome. So I got that as a bonus, and then I just added in the $50 from my you guys know how I split up my bank account, you know, with the extra money for groceries, personal items, household, and then gas. Well, for the personal items, I just didn't buy myself anything. So I just decided, you know what, we're just going to pay that. And that's what I did, is that I put $1,300 to this card, and that's this last one. So it was actually in January. Let me see if I can pull that date for you guys. January 2nd, that's what it was. January 2nd, I officially paid off this card. And that was amazing. Like, I was kind of, now don't get me wrong, it is kind of scary seeing that money, like, you know, bounce into my account and then like leave pretty quickly. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Huh, baby? It is what it is. Okay. Now, I know some of you guys have been dealing with taxes as well. So if you got like a really good tax refund. My question is, how many of you actually used it towards debt? I actually did my taxes fairly early, so I've already gotten mine, and some of it, I do have it earmarked for debt, and then the rest of it is going into savings. Because while I do still have some debt, I also do have things like, I have to make sure that I have money for the kids. My bonus kids, they have summer activities, so we have money for that. I want to make sure that we have money for starting school, so being able to get them some new clothes. And then also, just having a backup because kids are expensive. So let's see. All right, so this is Citibank, officially all paid off as of January 2nd. $2,270. No extra interest was paid to this card, thank goodness, because I paid it off in January and it was due to be paid off in February. So that one is done, guys. I'm just gonna give myself a big, I'm gonna do it in green. I'm just gonna give myself a big happy face. Happy face. And I'm gonna put 1, 2, 22. And it was paid off. Yay. Okay, so the next one is the My Synchrony one. Now this is the one, what did I say, guys? Like $6. Like $6 was paid towards it because that's all that it would take off, So we did a couple months of that. We just paid it off in March. So there was, out of 6 months, that's 2. So we had 3 months of just the regular payment. So what colors did I use for 3 months? Okay, so I used the purple, green, and pink. So let's do the purple. So this represents the purple for November, and then December. Where's December? Oh, green. Sorry guys, I had a brain fart. December, this green. I love those giggles. I absolutely do. I'm working from home, luckily, and so I've been able to spend time with him. He's just one of those generic, pandemic babies, guys. He just doesn't really know anybody. He's not getting that great socialization, but at the same time, I'm able to bond with him very well, and I appreciate that. I realize that I am very blessed to be able to do that with my son. So I actually paid this, was it this card? Let me see. I have it written down somewhere. 1 second. I have a calendar. Bear with me. Okay. So I paid off. Okay, so I did have another one. So I also need a color for February. Where's February? Oh, I should have used pink for February, but I didn't. Oh no. Boo. I guess I'm just gonna use orange again. Yeah, I'll just use orange again. Yeah, I didn't even think about these colors because then that green could have been used for March. Ugh, I messed up. Oh well. So I did make another payment for February, and then in March is whenever I finally paid off the entire card, the whole $593.81. So for that one, then I'm gonna use blue. Did I do this right? Yes, I did. Okay, now it's blue. This was all paid off in March, and that was paid off on March the 4th. Is that another Star Wars thing, guys? Like, I know there's, ooh, baby. I know there's May 4th. May 4th be with you, but is there a March 4th? Like a March 4th and, I don't know, March 4th and Prosper? I don't know. That's Star Trek. Guys, please don't come at me for those references. Okay. Oh my God, this is so long. So this is the card that all of you recommended after I pay off the Citibank that I pay off simply because of the high interest. And I really appreciate that feedback. I don't really understand APRs and how they charge you and how they do the calculations. I've seen so many calculators and they always give me a different number as far as how it's going to go. I don't know, but I appreciate, like I said, the feedback that I got from everybody as far as what I should do for putting that money. So what I did take your advice, many of your advice, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to pay off the city, and then I'm going to pay off these really high APR cards, and then I'll go after the big Kahuna, you know, that big Comerica card, the one that we used whenever we were really on our down and outs. We only had my income coming in, and it was not enough, especially with all the bills we had. So luckily we've gotten a wrangle on our bills. That is a video that I'm going to be doing relatively soon, guys, is trying to figure out my new budget, what it's going to look like since I've gotten rid of these. Woo! So just FYI, his favorite movie is Finding Nemo. And once they get to, he only watches the first like 17, 18 minutes. And then once he's done, he's done. And right now he's getting to about the time and Nemo's about to touch the butt. And that's when he starts to freak out. So I'm probably going to finish this. But like I said, like I was saying, we are going to do a new budget and how I'm going to spread out these funds that I'm now going to allocate towards debt. And then some of them that I am going to use, you know, for household things that I've been skimping on. So let's see. Yay! That one's paid off. It's paid off, baby. Oh no, he's getting done. Let me just put a smiley face here. And then I'm going to put 3, 4, 22. There we go. And now I'm going to pause here and then come back. It's going to be like a second for you guys, but we'll see how long it is for him. Okay, guys. We are back now. It's been a couple hours for us, but only literally like a half a second for you guys. So baby has had his nap, has eaten, been awake for a little bit, and now he's just chillaxing, doing some tummy time. So we're going to continue on where we left off, which is the Best Buy card, which it started off with a balance of $479.63. This one was paid off in February, so I'll only be doing up to February. Again, until February, I was doing just the normal payments, so we're just going to have these like these two, the two little squares. Oh my goodness. It still baffles me that this is actually done. Okay, there's that one. I'm working one-handed here because I have no clue what I did with my tripod. That's another thing that's happened during pregnancy and being a mother, is that I just forget things that I guess my brain has determined are trivial. So I apologize if this is shaky for you. So there's that. So I'm not gonna lie, when I paid off the Best Buy, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I was excited when I paid off the city. I was very excited when I paid off the city. But when I paid off the Best Buy, even though it was the smallest credit card, because of the fact that I was paying so much interest, literally half of the payment, so only $15 really was going towards this payment each month. Like I felt like it would never go away. Like even my Comerica card, it has a 19% interest, which is high. Don't get me wrong, it's very high. But that seems more manageable than half of my payment going straight to interest. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So whenever I got rid of this one, it was like, okay, now I'm not going to be wasting any more money, you know, with interest, which is why I plan to transfer some of my Comerica balance over to my Citi card so that I can pay it off, you know, at 0% interest, and it won't, that balance won't accrue any interest. And I can do the same thing that I did with that Citi card, you know, any extra, it's just going to go straight on there as a balance transfer. So that's how I plan to do that. And then the last one that I'm going to tackle is my husband's Chase card That one's kind of just been sitting there. We don't do anything with it, but it needs to be done. But it's not exactly as neat because, you know, he tries to actually pay that out of his own company account. If you don't remember, my husband does have his own company. And so there are a few things that he takes care of financially that I just don't have to worry about or include into my household budget. My household budget does take care of actually 99% of the bills, and there are just a couple that he does. And that's done logistically so that, you know, we know that if we need to, you know, survive on my salary, we can. You know, so it's nice that he has that extra money that if we need to tap into, we can do that. So he just takes care of that one, his Chase card, as well as his Home Depot card, which of course that's just a revolving balance since he uses it for work. Okay. And yay, that one is the Best Buy, and it was done on February 17th. So we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put a little smiley face, and we're gonna put a 2/17/22. Yay! And now the last one I paid off. This was the West Elm, so I made all the corrections to the West Elm that I needed to. And then we're just going to color in. Now I know some people will be like, oh my God, you had a West Elm card? Like everybody, almost everybody has a Best Buy card, right? You've gone in, you've gotten a TV, right? But West Elm, it's like, oh no, that's expensive. But I decided when me and my husband moved in together, before we got married, I had decided, wait, let me backtrack a little bit more. Before we moved in together, I had a very good job. It's probably on par with like a little bit, I got paid a little bit more than what I do get paid now. But then he also had a really good job at the time. And so we could afford, you know, extra things. And I had decided that when we moved in together, that I wanted furniture that was going to last. Meaning I wanted furniture that, you know, if my children eventually wanted it, then they could have it, you know. So all of my West Elm furniture is wood furniture, all wood furniture, and it is heavy. Like, I'm a person that likes to move around their bedroom, you know, depending on the season. I just, you know, get a wild hair and I'm just like, hey, you know, let's just redecorate. But this stuff is heavy, so I just don't move it a lot. And that's what I wanted. You know, I wanted wood furniture, nice, aesthetically pleasing. I do prefer mid-century modern. So that's what I did. And I've been paying it off since then. I've always paid more than the minimum balance for the West Elm. But again, West Elm furniture is expensive. I don't know if you've ever gone to their website just to see. And their stuff is gorgeous. And I like it. So that was my treat to me, because I'm not going to be buying furniture anytime soon. We got a desk for me for my office, a dining room table, and then our entire bedroom set. So I don't think we actually spent that much compared to like what we got. I did a hack that actually one of the salesmen told me about, where I made a purchase for my bedroom furniture first, and then I forgot how to do it. Maybe I'll have to figure it out again and then try to do a video on it. But with the savings or something, like, because I used my card, I would be able to use certain points and then compound those with sales and another coupon code and get a lot of money off whenever I got my desk and the dining room table. So I'll have to remember what that was. Maybe I'll call him, because I still have his card, and see what it is. But yeah, so this was the last one. I did this one on the same day that I did the Synchrony card payoff. And that was a day where it's just like, oh my God, it's a lot of money, you know. Like the Synchrony card payoff, because, you know, it's just so low amount, you know, like I said, $15. Only $15 really is going to the balance. It was basically almost the full balance of what was still left on the card, like $500 something plus the 1,074. So actually it wasn't the full 1,074. It's more like $800, but it's comparable to what I paid out, you know, in January. So that's two grand payments going out relatively close to each other. And so you get used to seeing your bank account, you know, kind of high, and then when it starts dropping immediately, it's like, oh, you kind of get scared. So let me go ahead and put a smiley face right here. This is paid off, and I have paid it off on the 4th, 22. Yay. So let's just look at these. The West Elm, the Best Buy, the Synchrony, and the Citibank. Guys, these are done. These are officially done. And now, you know, I can continue on with the Comerica and the Chase. I haven't updated these in a while, and so I'm going to get those numbers. And then I also need to update you guys on how we're doing on the vehicles. Again, the van loan is actually doing really well, is doing really well, and then so is the SUV loan. Because I have it's so close to 0% interest that I'm paying pretty much all principal, you know, on this. And then of course my loans are on hold, but actually one of them, this one has gone down significantly, because I still pay on this one. It has gone down, I think, to almost $900. So that's pretty cool. I'll actually be able to update that one on my next video as well. So there's that. So I just wanted to do a quick numbers recap with you guys with this. So just so you can see where I started from. I hope you guys can see that. I'm sorry if there's a glare right here. So we started off with $2,278 on the city, $479.63 on the Best Buy, $593.81 on the Synchrony, and then $74.75 on the West Elm. So that was a whopping $4,426.19. So I'm going to go ahead and add in an estimated $310 worth of interest paid for the other accounts. So it's about $4,736. Let me just go ahead and round that out to 4,700. Oh, what was it? 63? Eek, I think it was. One more time, guys. 2278. I'm just going to take off the zeros. Plus 478. I'm rounding up this number. Plus 594. That's rounding. Plus 594. Plus 1075. Okay. Yeah, so $42425 plus 310 equals that was off. Wow. $4,735. Now if I divide that by the 6 months, that's $789 a month, guys, that I paid out, minimum. See that? $789. And that's, so if I subtract the minimum balances, so the minimum balances were $42 minus 29 minus 54. So that's $635 over the minimum balance that I was paying each month when you average it out. So that's pretty cool. And if you look at what I was paying out normally, before I started, adding in money, and kind of snowballing. Because remember, this isn't really Gordon Ramsay's snowball. This is just just my version. So if I just add those all together, I was paying 50 plus 29 plus 29 plus 64. That's $172 back in my pocket each month. Now, this is probably going to be going towards debt, specifically the Comerica card. But like I said, that's That's an extra $172. And for me, that's like 2 weeks of groceries, or a week and a half of groceries, and filling up my car with gas. You know, so I've already saved that a month. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. Okay, so like I said, guys, next time that I give a video, I'm going to be going over, you know, the info for my Comerica card and trying to give an update on that one. And I'm going to be updating my NailNet, as well as seeing how far we are in the Ford and the Kia. But that's it for you guys. Oh, I wanted to give you guys these updated totals. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let's see. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, sorry if I have an emo in the background. So I wanted to update this total right now. So as of today, which it is 3/22, my current balance is $80,510.36. Now let's go ahead and see what that percentage is that I've paid off. So if I do 80, I think this is how I'm going to do it. 8510.36 divided by 90847.13. So 88.6. So I'm going to do that minus 100. Oh no, wait, plus 100. So this is minus 1. Yes, so we've paid off 11% of debt, guys. 11%, so that's over 10%. Yay! Okay guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. Also like my videos. It really encourages me and helps me to keep moving on, especially when I don't have a lot of motivation. And baby is crying and ready to get up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get him. Thanks again, guys. Bye.